Welcome to Queen T's Thoughts. Peace, Shalom, and Hotep fam. The ancestors reminded me of something I witnessed about a year ago after moving into Arizona. See, as I was driving west one day on I-10 after we had a big rainstorm, something that we hardly get maybe a couple times a year, if that, I looked up and saw the sun on the left and the moon on the right, sharing space together in the sky, literally side by side. I wasn't aware of what I was seeing that day and the great significance of what I was witnessing. But this morning the ancestors, as they spoke with me, they reminded me of that day when I did see the moon and the sun sharing the sky together. It was daylight, but they were still sharing the sky together. Now, as I was taught or witnessed over the years of my life that the sun only shines during the day and the moon only shines during the night. But as the ancestors reminded me this morning to meditate on what I had seen so many years ago. When I meditated, I was taken back to that day and I saw the sun on the left and the moon on the right, again sharing the sky. Now, what is so special about this is that we as people of this nation, of the black nation, the indigenous people, we have to realize that we are in tune with nature. We are in tune with the constellations. And so if we watch the constellations and we watch nature, we can get a better understanding of how we should operate as people in this earth. Now, we are kings and queens in the earth. And we are to work together, side by side, just as the sun and the moon. The one thing that I liked about what I had seen at that day was that there was no arguing. There was no fighting. You didn't get any inkling or any kind of notation that the sun was upset with the moon for being there beside him. The sun was not upset for sharing the space on that day. And the moon shared the space gracefully. She didn't come in and she didn't take over what he was doing. Now we do know and we do associate the sun, the S-U-N, with the man. And we associate the moon with the woman. The man is always constant. He never changes. Every day he comes out, he shines. The woman is different. The moon is different, shall I say. It changes. It can be a half moon. It can be eclipse. Sometimes you can't even hardly see it. There is a cloud in front of it. But the same way that things get in the way of the moon and block the shining of the moon, things get in front of the sun and block the shining of the sun. And one of the things that gets in front of the sun is the moon. Now, although the clouds may come in front of the moon, in front of the sun and cover up its shine and make things seem gloomy because the rays are not coming through, the moon has a different purpose of covering the sun, and that is to allow the sun time to heal. Allow the sun time to rest. We call this the eclipse of the sun. This is when the moon passes over the sun. This literally happens in the constellation. And so in conclusion of the Queen T's thoughts for today, I just want to say that we have to be like that sun and that moon, man and woman, indigenous man and indigenous woman. We have to learn to share the space If we as women come to cover you, to hide you from the world, we do that just so you could rest. We do that so that you can restore. We do that so that you can rejuvenate. Don't shut us out just because we are the moon. We have a purpose too. And the same way with the moon. The man has a purpose. The sun has a purpose. Your light must always shine, constantly. And we appreciate the rays that you give us. All the warm rays that you give us, the moon. For we need light too. And although we give off light at night, we still need the light of the day. I thank you for another episode of Queen T's Thoughts. And join me again every day for thoughts that I receive from the ancestors. Peace, shalom, and hotep.